Explanation point. Hey y'all. Um, it's your girl, Big Ski's Faith. Got Wendy here. I have been in the bed. Um, the reason why you guys have not gotten consistent recordings from us is because I have been down and out. Um, and um, I had to go to the hospital last week. I was in the hospital for almost a week, and I'm having to have surgery, and I don't mind sharing it with people. Um, two pretty heavy surgeries um, that I don't necessarily want to have, but it's necessary to have so that what's up, Paul? Necessary to have. I am not Paul. FYI, the laptop kept blacking out. It would not stay on. So I just want to let you know. I don't know if you want a doctor on this some more, but it keeps blacking out. So I gotta sit up in the chair in my child's room. um so um let me say this to everybody. It's super important to take care of you and take care of your health. Um it's extremely important to take care of your health and you. What I hear people say all the time, and I'm kind of realizing it, is a lot of times in a lot of positions we work ourselves to the bone, we work ourselves to the death, we go hard or go home, and we spend a lot of time putting our all into someone else's dreams, into someone else's hopes, into someone else's goals, and we neglect us in a sense. Um so I know that to be true. I've always been a hard work on any job that I've worked on until something pivotal happens, and then it's time for me to take my leave and go on to something new. Um I'm God is dealing with my heart right now because I really feel like I'm at a crossroads in just career wise right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. A lot of you guys don't know, but I think I may have shared it. I'm working on getting my own insurance agency, but it seems like every time I turn around at every corner, there are multiple attacks coming my way. It could be financially, it could be, mentally, it could be health wise, and it's a lot. It's hard to try to embark upon certain endeavors, and it's really important to know who's in your corner when you really need them to be in your corner. um so it's been hard. So I'm going through a lot right now. And we're not gonna be on here long because I need to really get it back in the bed because I have to go to work on Wednesday. As I say what I, take care of yourself and make sure your health is prioritized. And let me also say this, and I said this to somebody a while ago, but I think it's true for me. I do not have a problem with having a job. I love to work. I love to get up in the morning and leave my house and not, like, right now. This is killing me, being in my house, in my bed all day, getting up to go to the bathroom, maybe fix me something to eat and get back in the bed. This is killing me. I am a goer. Okay, what's next? Let's do this. Take the kids here, go support this friend over here. That's who I am. I'm a homebody, but I'm not a homebody. I'm a sometime individual, right? Um, but I don't think I'm gonna ever be satisfied working for someone, um, no matter how good of a situation I think I may be in or not in. I
Hmm.
really feel like I'm going to be my happiest when I have my own. I'm just gonna say, because no matter how good of a situation you may be in, you may be making a six-figure income, or you may have all the benefits in the world, or you may have certain things. Nothing's gonna be 100% perfect. And I'm not saying it will be 100% perfect if I were the boss, but my happiness is no longer tied to working for somebody and making somebody
Right.
else's dreams a reality
Mm-hmm.
coming true. So I just wanted to put that out there. So there may be some people who are struggling on about whether or not they need to walk away from their situation. And I say this with utter certainty, and it could be with uncertainty. If it's time for you, if you've outgrown a situation, you outgrown a place, have a plan in place, but put that plan into action and go on and walk on down the street. Because again, people are concerned about their goals, their dreams, their reality, what they got going on. They really don't care about the pouring into you, even
Mm-mm.
if you're looking to elevate on a job or in a lot of situations. And it's not to say that, that person may be wrong. In a lot of cases they are, but you got to do what you got to do, what's best for you. So that's where I am with it. um that's my little TED talk for the evening on that. But yeah, so y'all continue to lift me up in prayer because I have to have 2 surgeries before the end of the year. Don't know when they're gonna be. Um, and so just make sure y'all keep praying for me. Um, I also am concerned because I have bills, and my income is not gonna be what it needs to be in that moment as well. So just keep me lifted up in prayer. And we'll go from there. Let's go ahead. I don't have an agenda like I normally do for the show. We're just like freely talking, and it's kind of a mixture of the size up and of its own. I do see that we have a premiere for our one of our favorite shows, Manifest, on Netflix. We're looking at a November date. Do you remember what that date was?
Which one? Oh,
Manifest.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it.
So we've been waiting on this, and this is supposed to be the final season of Manifest because, of course, when they cancel shows on the big networks, they may leave us with on a cliffhanger for whatever reason. And because we watched Manifest like in droves, and I'm talking about to the point to where Netflix said, "Hey, dog,
November 4th.
November the 4th." So to the point to where Netflix said, "Hey, dog,
You can't
we
do
ain't got
that.
no
Y'all can't
choice."
keep doing this to us. You can't keep doing this to us because
I
we
don't.
be invested. It's kind of like Hulu. If Hulu would have said, you know what, the last season of Handmaid's Tale, that's it. I would have been like, you know what, it's about to
What you're
go
not
down.
gonna do is keep leaving us on these cliffhangers. If you know you're gonna cancel a show, go on and just wrap it up.
Resolve it. Resolve
Wrap
it.
it up.
Because I'm still mad at that. What's that movie? What's that show I was watching?
Which one?
With one with Esses Atkins.
Oh, it's not damages. Oh my God. Hold on, it's gonna come to me.
Ambitions.
Ambitions. I'm still upset. And then they moved it to Stars, but Stars didn't pick it up. So all you have to do is go over to Stars and watch Ambitions from beginning to end. But guess what? They not picking it up. So that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people are like, oh, what's this new show? It ain't no new show, baby. They canceled it back, way back. So it leaves you on the cliffhanger and makes you think there's gonna be a second season. Um, right now, P Valley, they have not been renewed for a third season yet. This past season 2 was really, really good. The episode, the best episode was the Miss Mississippi episode where they delved into her backstory and talked about how everybody failed that baby. Everybody, her mama, her daddy, her stepmama, everybody failed that baby. And it was a colorism situation because the stepmom and her daughters were lighter, and she was dark skinned, and her dad allowed it. A lot of times, parents are trash. They are. They allow certain things so that they can keep their spouses happy, and that includes mistreating their children. So there are things that it touched on a lot of issues this season. They talked about mental health. They talked about a lot of things on this past season, and they were in the pandemic because they didn't get the opportunity to do or shoot their season due to the pandemic. Um, they actually got to delve into what it was like, strip club during the pandemic type of situation, which was pretty crazy, but hey. Um, so I hope they get a season 3, because again, we got a lot of unanswered questions. So make sure y'all catch the Pink. I like it. Manifest, if y'all want to get caught up on Manifest, it is all of the seasons are on Netflix. And if you want to get caught up to see what we're talking about and see what the phenomenon is about, so when the upcoming season comes out, you'll be all caught up and you won't be behind. Okay. So I can't wait for that. And then hopefully Stars will pick up another season of P Valley, because again, this past season was really, 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 really good. Hunk for Jesus, Save Your Soul is coming out this Friday. It's going to be on Peacock. And it's also going to be in movie theaters. I don't know why I thought it was a series. I didn't know it was a movie.
Yeah, I thought it was a series too, but then I said
Yeah,
no, it's a movie.
it's a whole movie. So it
So we
is,
don't see Sterling in a whole new light.
yes, in a comedic light. So you get to see him in that light. Regina Hall, that's her element, baby. That's who Regina Hall is. I love her because she is hilarious. She started off as a comedic actress. If y'all remember the Scary Movie series, so she started off as a comedic actress, and she has killed serious roles and comedic roles. So she has range. So I've been able to see, it's something that's on Hulu that she's in. It's supposed to be like horror, kind of, sort of suspense, maybe. That she's in that I want to check out. I
On
haven't.
Hulu,
It's on Hulu.
keep
Um,
talking.
so I want to check it out and want to see it. Um, and want to make sure that I support kind of everything that she does. But
And
yeah,
you sure it's not it's on Hulu?
I saw it on Hulu. Now it may not be, Hulu might not be the main station for it. I don't, and I can't think of if it was a movie or a series. I think it was a series. But it was like dark and it was different. It was totally different from what she normally does.
It's a TV show.
I think it's a TV show. I think I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna find it because
I'm
I
gonna
saw it.
find
I
out.
ain't
You
crazy
keep talking.
because she got this like short wig on and she don't look like herself. It's her though. So I want to definitely check that out. Um, so Hunt for Jesus, Save Your Soul is happening. So it's gonna premiere on Peacock on Friday as well as in movie theaters. I can't wait to see it. Jordan Peele and Daniel Kaluuya, I think I pronounced his name right. Kaluuya Kalauhu. Uh, um, they are joining forces and they produce this movie. So it's a comedy. I can't wait to see it. Some big scandal hit this church that's a mega church, right? And the big scandal hit it, and they went from 26,000 members to 5. So they're trying to get people back to the church and that sort of thing. So it's gonna be really, really funny. And I can't wait to see it. Also, real quick, the Labor Day weekend is the lowest rated movie going weekend for moviegoers, mainly because Labor Day people are out of town barbecuing, they're with family, that sort of thing. And so a lot of people do not go to the movie theaters on Labor Day. So Malco Studios or Malco Theaters are having $3 ticket, I think on September the 3rd. So if you don't want to pay the I think it's like $12-15 now to go to the movie. If you don't want to pay that, you can pay the $3 and you and the family can go and enjoy a good movie. I always go to the theater and watch the Marvel movies, but the boys and I, simply because I have been just going through, have not made it to see Thor: Love and Thunder. I have Disney Plus. So guess what? It comes out on September the 9th on Disney Plus. So that's where I will be in front of my TV in the comfort of my home on September the 9th watching Thor: Love and the
Is
Thunder.
it Master?
I think that's what it's called. Yes. I think that's what it's called. So so these
It looks
are,
like it's a movie. It's not a TV
it
show.
might be a movie. I didn't know I saw the preview for it. It might be a movie, but it's different and it shows her range. So definitely interested in seeing that. The TV series C. This is the last season 3 that just premiered with my boo thing, Jason Momoa. I tried to watch C. I'm not even finna lie, cause Jason Momoa
Ooh.
is in. It's on Apple Plus. It's called C.
Oh,
Um,
I have not been
yeah, I
using
couldn't
my
get into
Apple.
it, huh? What you say?
I haven't been. I've been forgetting about my Apple Plus, my Apple TV.
I could not. When I say I couldn't get into that, I could not get into it. I didn't understand what was going on. Maybe one day when I ain't got nothing, cause if you're not paying attention, it's not one of those shows where you could look away for a minute. If you're not paying attention, my children like to talk to me when I start watching TV shows. I'm on the phone. I'm doing the podcast. Y'all seen it. My kids like to talk to me. They do. They enjoy having conversations with me when I'm doing things. When I ain't got nothing to do, they don't bother me. As a matter of fact, if I ain't got nothing to do and I call them, they get annoyed because I called them. So yeah, I like sitting. I tried to watch it, tried to get into it. I could not. Now there is a show with Maya Rudolph that I've watched probably the first 4 or 5 episodes. Uh,
Billionaire,
huh?
billionaire.
Billionaire, yes. Is it Billionaire? Is it called Billionaire?
I think so.
It's really good. Y'all should check that out because that's
About
a
her husband leaving her, and
her
she
husband left her. She ended up becoming a billionaire, and her touch with reality is off. So you see all these situations she gets into, um, that is hilarious and funny. She's really sorry. She really don't mean no harm, but she's getting into these situations and
Luke,
she's
Luke,
learning.
Luke. That's
Luke,
what it
that's
is.
what I was
Luke.
like. No, not billionaire. Luke. So she was with her husband when he was broke, and of course this is an age-old story. The man, makes his gazillions, millions, whatever, and they get the big head, and they find somebody younger than them to go be with, and cheat on the wife with, and all that other stuff. So but it's really, really funny seeing her navigate in her billionaire status. He didn't have a prenup. So that's another thing. So this could be loosely based on like a Jeff Bezos wife or something like that, because there was no prenup signed. That's how she ended up getting half of everything. So there's that. So that's a really, really good show to check out. I don't have. We were gonna talk about like premiere dates and stuff. A lot of stuff is premiering in September. Um, so I'm noticing that. I'm noticing those premiere dates for September. Big Brother. Oh my God. Did you see Big Brother? I didn't see it yesterday, but are you kind of up to date on Big Brother?
Yes. And
Whoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
last twist, I was like, really? And I'm so mad at Cal.
Let me tell you something. And my mama and I were saying that. We were like, because my mama got me into Big Brother now. Lord Jesus. We be watching it. First of all, Cal blew up his whole game. Entire game. So he could keep Alyssa in the house. That was not what you agreed
And
to.
she got a boo outside the house. She got a boo outside the house, dude. But it looks like Taylor and so because I can get, if you go to jokersupdates.com,
Mm-hmm.
you can get the gist on what's going on before it ever happens, before
Right.
you see it on air.
Yeah.
So apparently Turner put up Brittany and Taylor. Right. Right. And so you know who's the champ when it comes to vetoes and competitions, right? Michael.
Yeah.
So Michael won the veto.
And say Brittany.
He saved Brittany. Now Cal and Taylor is up.
But I think they finna send Kyle home.
It's gonna,
Because let me
it's
tell
gonna
you
be a
what
good
happened on the
chance.
live feed. Let me tell
Huh?
you what happened on the live feed. So the live feed went down. Kyle, not only did Kyle blow up his game out when they were outside and split up, when he got back in the house, he exposed his alliance with Terrence and Turner and Alyssa to everybody else. Okay. Brittany snitches on Kyle. Brittany and Michael snitched on Kyle to the whole group. Everybody's pissed at Kyle right now. Everybody. Probably including Alyssa. I think Kyle about to go out the door.
Wow.
He also tried to throw Turner under the bus. He said that him and Turner had a deal to be the last two standing at the end of the game. Like he spilled all of his tea. All of it. So now
You don't.
so
If you
let me
don't
say
know the
this.
game of Big Brother, I'm just saying
Joseph,
that's why I like Michael. Michael is smart, and I pray that
Michael's
Michael wins.
very smart. But see, let me tell you this. To me, I think Turner's stupid. And the reason why I say Turner is stupid is because Turner jumped ship with Kyle and left Joseph out there hanging when they was outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph was like, why you done told everybody what was up? You know, this is what you said, and these are the things that he said. And Turner, instead of Turner saying, hold on, wait a minute, time out. Something ain't right. What's going on? This is fishy. Turner sticks with the other people. Now, Turner, he done threw you under the bus. You is thrown under the bus, my guy. Kyle need to go. Kyle is a problem. So I feel like, now I'm hoping I am correct in my assessment, but I'm feeling like, because I remember Turner promising Terrence he would not get rid of him. So Terrence was not going up. And Terrence is a snake. I don't particularly care for Terrence. Let me put that out there right now.
Well, he said it. He said, I'm about to use this and blow their whole thing all the way up.
And he did. He blew it up.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I would do the same thing.
He blew it up, but I'm even talking about before then. So the way he moved, although they kept putting him up, the way he moved had not been, it's been shady. Let me just say that. He's been moving shadily throughout the whole game. And some of the people that put him up was people he was capping for. You know, the people who he was like, I got your back, da 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 da. Like, nah. And it was really shady. So if they're smart, they will come together and make a decision to get Kyle out of the house. If he had a deal what he was supposed to do and kept his mouth closed, because he worried about that girl who got a dude on the outside, which I'm hoping he break up with her, because sir.
Well, you know for sure that Brittany and Michael is not going to go against Taylor.
No. So that's why I said this is Kyle's nail in the coffin.
But it's all about Monty, though. So the real deal is what Monty's going to do.
Monty, I'm hoping that somebody tells Monty that first of all, everybody's mad at him right now. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what happened on the live feed. Everybody's pissed at Kyle. Everybody. They not talking to him. They pissed off at dude.
You're gonna make me watch the live feed while you talking.
I'm telling you, I did a rundown of what happened. They mad at that man because he not only did he blow up his game with the leftovers, he blew up his game with the after party. They mad at him right now. They finna get Kyle out. They pissed off. So Monty shouldn't have. To me, I feel like, first of all, Monty, he sent your boy home. He sent Joseph home. He was the reason why Joseph. That's my thing. You gotta be smart. You gotta think about it. One of your own didn't come back. Why is that? That means somebody turned on somebody in the group. You gotta be smart. Turner ain't that bright. Let me just say that. Turner kind of seems like I'm in any way the wind blows. He ain't that. But they got rid of Joseph. Yeah. They was mad at dude. I'm just telling you. Hot. So that's where I am with that. That's where I am with it.
Okay. It's nothing really going on.
No, it ain't nothing going on now. I'm just telling you what I think after the fact.
What you since salt.
After the fact.
Okay, can I talk about this right quick?
Sure.
So the MTV Musical Video Awards was on.
I didn't even watch it. I don't know who half of them people are.
Video Music Awards. You can watch it on
85% of the people are. Let me put it that way.
So Aries Spears.
This was before the VMAs.
I know, yes. The pot is really talking about the kettle. How you gonna call somebody fat and ugly when you fat and ugly yourself?
That girl was not bothering you.
And then had a nerve to go on TikTok and saying that if y'all coming at me, hold on. I was like, what the heck? Hold on. I had to save it, girl. I had to save it. Because I was like, you know what? Your mama really don't like you.
Because I want to try to change myself.
Okay.
Because I ain't going to lie. I'm tired of being the butt of motherfuckers' jokes.
But were you the butt of her jokes? You didn't have to come for her.
This is what he was talking about in 2020.
So explain to me.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
How we went from that to this.
Listen.
2 years in this game and I ain't never got no meow. That's hilarious. Y'all don't deal in logic and sense. You deal in emotion and anger. Come with something that's not subjective. Me being unfunny, unattractive, that's not a fact.
Okay, so you thinking yourself not ugly.
Well, let me say
not
this.
funny. Okay, that's okay. It's okay to have good self-esteem.
You get, and I'm going to say this: Aries Spears is not funny. I've seen his stand-up. He's hilarious. He can do impressions. He's funny. Is he cute? Would I date Aries Spears? Absolutely not. Not my type. No. Why would I? Why? No. Wouldn't do that.
But the audacity of it all.
It beat them dudes, though. It beat those dudes, those same dudes that don't look like nothing.
Talking about somebody.
Correct.
Look. You know what? Let Lizzo do what Lizzo do. Because Lizzo don't pay my bills. Lizzo don't pay any of my bills. And I don't pay any of hers because I really don't buy her music.
Lizzo is engaged to be married. She got a man. Let that baby do what she do. And she's young. It's not like she's super old. She's young. So let her do her. Y'all let the white girl twerk on everybody, everything, in every award ceremony. You could have asked me to pass it. Y'all let the white girl twerk everywhere.
Which white girl?
Miley Cyrus. Now I like Miley.
Oh.
But y'all let her twerk everywhere. Y'all let the Kardashians marry folk for 72 days. Y'all, I mean, like, a black woman is a problem. I don't understand. We can't make no mistakes. We got to be perfect. Are you kidding me? Then you a brother coming for a black woman who ain't did nothing to you.
Again, black women,
y'all were beefing for real.
Black women are the most targeted, least protected. We say it over and over again.
I'm sick of this. We got to do better. He was wrong for making the statement that he made. If you don't like what Lizzo do, get off of Lizzo's page. Don't watch it. Don't
like
read
I
the
said,
blogs. You
it's
see
only
Lizzo
a couple of Lizzo songs that I listen to and I like. But am I a true Lizzo fan? No. But am I going to downplay her for what she's doing? No.
Let that girl be. Now, some of the stuff has been a little inappropriate. You know, I'm not going to have my butt out at no basketball game where kids there. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But at the same time, y'all let the white folk do it. and it ain't no problem, and y'all don't say nothing about it. And that's my issue with that. Like if Lizzo wrong, then this other person wrong too. Like stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing us like
Stop.
that. And that
Stop.
girl ain't did nothing to
They
you.
did. And she said it on her thing. On her, because I think she got one of those best awards.
And she's
Um,
a talented musician.
and
She's
she
very
said,
talented.
for those that want to be in the media talking about me, she's gonna say something. Then she said, you know what? No, I ain't gonna even do it. Because at the end, I'm winning. That's what she said. I'm winning.
Absolutely.
And
Like,
she went on about her
stop.
business. Went on about her business, not eat.
Period. Period. So I just wish that people would like leave folk alone. That girl ain't did nothing to you. And you stay folks steady coming for her. Like when they was sharing the post with the Asian lady in the leotard doing the split or whatever she was doing on stage, and everybody was like, "There's Lizzo," and I was like, "Y'all owe Lizzo an apology because it wasn't her. That was a little Asian lady." Like y'all steady looking for opportunities to come for this girl. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. I just, yeah, I'd be over people at this point. I'll be over them. Um, we got to do a better job of we got to do a better job of um watching how we deal with people. It's not cool the way they operate. Um, that wasn't cool at all, Eric.
Oh,
Mm,
I
that
know. I
wasn't
feel
cool
you.
at all.
It is contagious too.
It is. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I took a nap today and everything. Um.
I wish I could have.
So let me say this. I'm gonna applaud Wanda Halbert right now. And I'm gonna apply her. Fix your face, because let me say this: the
I
tag
mean,
the
I
tag
mean,
situation in Shelby County, in the state of Tennessee, in Shelby County, is not Wanda Halbert's fault. It's not.
right. That
It's
I
not.
agree.
First of all, y'all made everybody, because y'all got these ugly tags. I got a Jackson State tag, so I can talk. Y'all made us get these ugly tags on the car. And to get the ugly tags, I got to go down to the clerk's office and get the ugly tag. You can't just mail me. You can't just say go online and apply for the tag and get the ugly tag. And I'll mail it back to you. Not only that, they sitting on money where they haven't mailed out tags that needed to be mailed out. They sitting on money. They sitting on money. She said it's tags that they had to try to deliver to people, hand deliver to folk. Because they just sitting there in the office, supposed to be mailed out. They won't do it because they don't have the postage. She was like, the folk pay for that. When they pay for the tags, they pay for that. She came today. I saw her press conference. She came today with receipts and documentation on a lot of the things that have been going on in the clerk's office that she caught that were corrupt and not cool. Personal information. They had access. They had a website with access to the citizens of Shelby County's personal information. Personal information. Somebody from the state of Tennessee said Wanda Halbert went AWOL. The girl took a vacation. She been working weekends. She been working holidays, trying to make sure people get their tags. So
I'm not gonna jock her for taking a break.
she needed a break. She
Right.
said her grandkids was in sleeping bags in her office on the weekends when she had her grandbabies because she was working, trying to make sure people got their tags. Y'all created the monster.
I don't, you know what? It's like this. I don't blame all of that on her. I do not. However, I know somebody that personally works for the clerk office, and the person told me that Wanda has not been handling the finances very well.
She
She has
can't
not.
handle what she's not given. The county commission controls the money. That's what she addressed today in her press conference.
Mhm.
She addressed that it's monies that they keep saying they don't have. When they have it, the county commission will not let that go. See, here's the thing that people don't understand about the government and how the government works. There's a checks and balance system. The clerk's office don't control the clerk's money. The county commission controls the clerk's money. You see what I'm saying? So if they don't let certain funds go to make sure the tags get to the people where they need to get to, or make sure the postage is paid for, and they got it because the people are paying for it, but they sitting on the money. And that's what she addressed today. She addressed a lot of the rumors and misconceptions about what's going on in the clerk's office. She
Mhm.
did. If y'all, and I got that from WREG .com. If you want to go check that out, and she has documentation to back up everything that she
Mhm.
said. Everything she said, she got documentation to back it up. So I get you. The folk might be mad because they having to work hard, they tired, whatever the situation is. But she had receipts. She ain't just coming with, okay, here's this, that, and the third receipts. What I thought was extremely ugly was one of the reporters on Channel 5 News, and we just so happened, I really don't watch the news like that, but I've been following this story. And when I was in the hospital, my mom and I were flipping through the channels, and we had watched America's Got Talent or something. And the news came on, and they reported that Wanda was in Jamaica. What the news reporter said was 2 years ago, she showed me an engagement ring. She's engaged to some guy in Jamaica. She's probably down there for that. Why was that necessary to say? She in Jamaica. That's the report. Like, why would you add that little extra bit of message? Why was that important or relevant to the story? That was pure shade. That girl was gone for 5 days to Jamaica. She couldn't take a vacation. And then she went to go
Like,
see her
I'm
fiance.
like,
What did
I'm
you do
sorry. I'm
with
sorry. I'm with Wanda. I'm on Wanda on this. Look, I done worked these work. Been working tirelessly. Then I've been
you? Yeah.
campaigning. I'm tired.
Tired.
And then folks want to try to recall. They want to do a recall on what? Now, personally, I didn't vote for her. I voted for the independent.
Who
That's
is the
who I
independent?
voted for. I
Who is
don't
the
know.
independent?
I
Oh,
don't know. But I knew that the Republican was a racist, so I wasn't gonna vote for
oh,
him.
I
So,
wasn't voting for the Republican at all. I don't know a
but
lot of these.
but but I'm like, okay, people need vacations, and these folks hypocrites because we're gonna pivot because our president decided, okay, I'm gonna go in on what I promised and gonna do the 10,000.
Actually, some of us can get 20,000. Ah,
Right,
okay.
right. But hold on, but these Republicans, the main Republicans, talking about how bad this is. Y'all got a PPP loan and got it forgiven.
Millions of
It's
dollars in PPP loans and got them forgiven.
and what I loved about the White House, whoever ran that Twitter account, said, hey, you said such and such and such. Well, this person right here, Senator such and such, got $3 million in PPP loans, and they were all forgiven.
And you didn't
This
have to pay
right
none of that back. That's more than the student loan that I got.
and I'm like, savage. I was like, I love every petty moment of that.
Yep,
Because
absolutely.
again, the definition of the pot calling the kettle black.
Really, the biggest definition of the pot calling the kettle black is ridiculous. Like, explain to me how you decided that it was a good idea to like mention. Like, why would you do that?
Should have leave it alone. So
Just keep your mouth closed.
it's okay for the people, the 1% that who are millionaires and billionaires get tax cuts and tax breaks.
Yeah.
But then, oh, it's not for us to pay our people's student loans.
You ain't paying it, bro. Clearly, because the government forgave your stuff. The government is protecting you.
Protecting. And I'm like, if this is the audacity of the privilege of it all.
Audacity is running rampant in these streets. Rampant, I tell you, rampant.
I'm like, can I get by some of this audacity, please? Let me go to the store. Is there can I get a jar of audacity?
Jar of it.
And I just buy two, get one free. Buy two jars of audacities and get one audacity free. Because it's just
several seats needed to be had. Like just about out. If you ain't never took no tax cut, you ain't never got nothing forgiven by the government, your company ain't never been compensated by the government, then you want to complain. But
if you were able to pay off your student loans, kudos to you.
Kudos to you. I am not a doctor or lawyer. I'm not making 16 figures.
You know what? And I'm like this. Some of my student loans is like 28K. Knock it down to 18K. Knock it down to 18K. Hey, my goal was to get rid of my student loans within 10 years anyway.
Well, you may qualify for 20. So I'm just putting
I didn't get no Pell Grant.
Oh, okay.
It's the conditions with that. You had to receive like Pell Grants or something like that.
Grant. So I get 20 knocked out. Now,
see,
keep in mind my 20. I'm enjoying the fact that the 20 is coming off, but I tried to go to grad school multiple times. We won't talk about how much I owe in the student loans, okay? But I know a lot of people that worked in nonprofit, they got duped because the loans weren't consolidated. I know a lot of people who work in law enforcement. I know people who work in government agencies. That's another thing. Can you, being as though you work for the state, you can't get yours forgiven?
See, I was looking at that, and I'm still debating on if I should try it and go for it. But you had to been paying towards your student loans for at least 10 years.
Okay, and that's the thing. That's the other thing that like kills me with that too. Like, if I can barely afford to pay my regular bills, what makes you think a student loan is going to get paid? Now, I have tried to pay. I have paid towards my student loan. It ain't been the right amount. It's always been a payment
income driven, like an income driven.
It's been that. It's never been in full for me. But yeah, that's.
But now they're saying they're going to cap it where the max you will pay is 5% of what you bring home, or your monthly salary, 5%.
I have to calculate that because in my head I think I know what it is, but the way my math is, it ain't mathing. But if that's the case, and they bring it down to that, to where you can only pay a certain amount, it's still not. Some people's debt is still not going to be like, again, they just put like a small dent in my student loans. Mm-hmm. Small dent, small. I worked in a nonprofit. The other thing is you had to have been working in that capacity for a certain period of time too, not just paying on it for 10 years, but working in that capacity for a certain amount of time. So it's a lot of stipulations that go with it. I was told that because my dad was in the military, they had a loan forgiveness for that.
What?
Yes. I said, well, color me black.
Because if that's so, my dad was in the military.
My dad was
in the Vietnam War.
My dad also fought in the Vietnam War. So I don't know how that goes. So, but I'm here. I've heard a lot. But these are things that's the other thing. They're not going to tell you that you have to go and
And do some
research
research. You got to research,
and look into everything, which
in
is
which
another.
I don't mind doing, because I don't expect everything to be handed to me. You got to look and work for a little bit
And I
of it.
don't expect everything to be handed to me either. But I also think that if there's a way to help people be in a better situation, because like right now, inflation is killing a lot of people's pockets right now. It's like really, really killing folks' pockets.
If there's no time that we don't need pandemic EBT,
We need it now
we need it now.
more than ever. I had gotten a message saying I was finna get some more, and I was like, I guess I ain't getting no more.
I guess I
Um,
ain't getting no. I check every day furiously.
I haven't been checking every day,
I be
but
checking it every day because then I'm like, maybe there's a glimpse of hope.
I think it would be better if they just did that, you know. Everything's gone up, groceries, gas is coming back down, but places where it had gone down is creeping back up. It's just a lot going on. MLGNW did something admirable a couple of weeks ago. They postponed the disconnection.
They
uh
do that every summer when it's hot.
No. They didn't do that because it was hot, because our heat index has not been like that. They did this specifically because of inflation. They knew that kids were going back to school. Um, they knew that people had to get school clothes, school supplies, gas was high, that sort of thing. So they postponed it for a couple of weeks. Well, they started disconnections, start them back this week. I urge everybody, if you can, get on some type of payment plan. They are doing payment arrangements, even if you had a previous payment arrangement and that time is passed. They will work something out with you to get your bill paid. I'm going to have to go on an extended payment plan myself because, yeah, I have to have surgery. So my income is not going to be what it normally would be going forward in that situation. So I have to make sure that I'm keeping my ducats in a row, if you will. So, but they are working with people to kind of help them. Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Entergy gave their customers $150 credit on their bills. Now their bill ain't as high as ours because we got MSGW. Uh,
This is last gas and robbers.
but and they've consolidated the light, gas, and the water into one company, whereas many other places, I don't know any other place that has consolidated those services. Entergy, other places like that, they have um, separate water, light, gas, um, in other parts of the country, and they have multiple companies that you can shop around. So if you're dissatisfied with one company, you can move to the next, so on and so forth. Apparently, here in this Tennessee area, we like to have monopolies on things. So, hopefully and prayerfully, somebody can bring it to the table to where we can have multiple. Because they keep blaming TVA. TVA keeps saying they lying. Somebody's not telling the truth between TVA and MLGNW. They said that the bills should also be going down going forward because, well, um, because the temperatures are going to change. Although the heat index for the next couple of days are going to be in the hundreds. So we'll see. We'll see
And
how.
then it was one. It was like a month ago where they were was when you paid online, it would charge your card 3 or 4 times. Because that happened to us. It charged our card twice.
Well, dang, because you charge me 2-3 times, you're gonna be practicing for the real thing. That's how I feel. I feel like that. That has never happened to me, but I know they have a lot of system issues with, and I pay online because I don't have time to go stand in the line to make a payment. Um, None of those things do I have time to do. So yeah, I pay online, but literally when the card I pay with, it have just enough Jesus to get the bill paid. Hallelujah. So so one day that ain't gonna be my story, but right now that's where I am, Jesus. Um so so yeah, we hope and pray that things get better on all fronts for everybody involved. I did hear that they're going to start back producing baby formula. One of the big baby formula manufacturers who manufactures Similac had to shut their doors, which has led to part of this shortage that they've had in baby formula. They are going to start back going into production. They shut down because two babies died as a result of bacteria infection. I think that they were saying that they got it from the baby formula that was being manufactured in the facility. But they're opening back up. So in 6 weeks, we should have more baby formula on the shelves. Um, I know that was a big thing. It still is a big thing that we're having to deal with. So hopefully and prayerfully, a lot of those mothers who have newborn babies, um, they are going to be able to get some relief and actually get some formula, some baby formula going forward. Um, did you get to see Married to Medicine?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Shout out to Dr. Damon. Um, yeah. Whoo, Dr. Damon. Um, let me ask you this. Do you think he was taking up for Heavenly?
I didn't see the whole gist of it.
Okay, let me break
I
it
wasn't
down.
when I was watching it. I wasn't watching it.
Okay, let me tell you what happened. So Simone and what's her husband's name?
Dang, start with a C. Cecil.
Cecil. Okay, Simone and Cecil are getting ready to do this relationship book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they brought some friends to the table to discuss issues that they may have had, kind of, feel, how they met, what they were looking for, that sort of thing, so that when they start writing, they can have something to go from, and not necessarily something to go from the standpoint of I'm going to spill your tea in the book. And they also got to sign NDAs because, of course, they didn't want them to discuss the book that Cecil and Simone were doing. The conversation came up where Damon started speaking. Heavenly cut him off, and he kept telling Heavenly to stop. So she kept going, and he said, "This is my problem with you." And then she shut up. He said, "When I ask you to stop, you don't stop. You keep going. That's disrespectful." So what he was saying, so he went on to say, this thing between you and Heavenly is bullshit. It's stupid. No, it's not. That's what Contessa. You ain't finna talk to me like that, cause we got the same credentials. I'm a doctor too. That ain't how he coming at you. He's telling you as a friend, I don't like that y'all are beefing. Fix it. That's what he was saying. You didn't let him get a word edgewise. Then here go Heavenly again, cutting up, acting a fool. He got up out that chair. He told Heavenly, I'm finna go. Heavenly said, I'm finna go with my husband. He opening the door for her. He said, you was wrong. He said, why you ain't shut up? I did stop. He said, you didn't stop till you got ready to stop. You kept going. I said, stop several times. I said, he was like, that was disrespectful. It was out of order. Well, you see how he said, no, you need to own your part in the situation. He so here is my thing.
I'm gonna have to
A lot of people say
go
David
back
don't
and
say
watch
nothing to
that.
Heavenly. Huh? What you say?
I said I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
You gonna have to watch it because when they got in that truck, he was like, "Nah, bro, you got to deal with your part in it." Now, keep in mind, Heavenly's mom at this point is dying. Her mom's dying. She had decided to do not resuscitate. She's going through that stuff. I got to understand a little bit more about Heavenly. I bet I hadn't paid attention to it. Maybe she mentioned it. She had to go through a lot. Many of us who've grown up in the hood, we got checked. We had to do things as a defense mechanism. Growing up, if you didn't have certain things, they talked about you. Kids are cruel. We have established that kids are very cruel individuals. So she has a defense, but her defense is to get somebody before they get her, which is the wrong attitude to have. And you need to go sit down on somebody's couch to talk about it. So she and Contessa, quote unquote, made up, at least I thought, in Las Vegas. Thought that they had made up because she was crying. She apologized for something she don't never do. She'll never own up to her stuff. But she was poking the bear at the table at Simone and Cecil's house, which was out of order. Even the dog had to get up off of his pillow because the dog said, "What I'm not going to do is have no parts in this because this is ridiculous." So, Heavenly is going to have to own up to some stuff. And I like that her husband, we don't ever see him say anything to her. He normally consoles her and, baby this, but I ain't never seen him step to her like he has this whole time. And that doesn't mean that he don't step to her. We just ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was glad to
be like,
see that.
that's
so
why she don't mind trying to be stay submissive.
Huh?
Because I was like, when you told her, I was like, ooh,
baby. Because everything she said, but you got to see, he said, no, you got to see your part. Baby, that thing, shut up. I said, Damon needs to go on the trips with y'all. Damon need to be right there. Dr. Daddy need to go with y'all. Because that's the way you going to get Heavenly to shut up. Yeah. That's how this finna go. What Nene say? I like this, Kenya.
I like, no, she said, I like Ken. Ken shuts up.
Ken, right. Ken shuts up. So yeah. So the ladies had an old party. That means
I don't think I would want to do that. I'm not I don't like needles as is. I don't think I would want
a needle in my cooch. That's not something that I would enjoy at all. I hope whoever I end up with for the rest of my life just enjoys my cooch just the way it is. They do a lot.
I still do my Kegel muscles.
I do my Kegels, I just pray that whoever I end up with, he's gonna enjoy mine, the way it is. Hallelujah.
Now I wouldn't mind getting a steam. I want to do that.
So to celebrate my newfound freedom. Woo! When I'm let free from, I'm going to do that because I've always wanted to try it. A lot of people say it ain't good for you. Some people say it is. I'm going to try it. Okay. I want to try it at least one time. I can't do it now because I have the type of birth control that I have. I cannot do it. But when I am free, I am going to I'm going to try that at least once. Just to get, I would like to try that. I think that would be cool. So yeah. We so I just think I think that we need to see more of Damon telling Heavenly when she's wrong. And we need Heavenly to listen to her husband because she don't listen to her friends. So I need her to listen. That's what I need her to do.
She doesn't. And she still don't. I don't think she really still realized that you don't go back, even though it's been talked about. You shouldn't be going back
Not if you call yourself my friend. Absolutely not.
I
You
wouldn't want
know,
to do that.
not if you call yourself my friend. That's not cool. Ain't cool at all. So she has a lot of work she needs to do personally. Um, and I mean, she's admitted to it in her confessionals. She thinks she probably needs to go sit down and talk to somebody. And on top of the fact that she's going through menopause, perimenopause, but menopause nevertheless. And Jackie said she ain't taking that medicine I gave her. She grumpy. So that's another thing. Um, she's gonna have to do some work on herself. And I like Heavenly. Heavenly's one of my favorites. I'm Married to Medicine, but I know you don't care for Heavenly.
I don't want too much care for her.
I like Heavenly. I like Quad. Um, I like Anila. I like Dr. Jackie. And I like Simone. I didn't like when Simone and Dr.
You
Jackie
saw how they was on Anila about her mama telling her now she couldn't get her thing.
Yeah, her mama, I see why her husband was like, nah, we need to set some boundaries and some rules because your mama and daddy know none. And they tore up the boundaries and the rules. And I'm like, girl, you better find you another nanny. You need to shop for a nanny because mama and daddy is not going to get it. The mamas, we permanently stand here today. It's like, no, this is a trial because you don't know boundaries. And they don't seem to feel like boundaries are some things that are gonna be in place for them. So we'll have to pray their strength in the Lord because it need to be prayed. Um so yeah, um but yeah, I interested in seeing the next episode. I hope it doesn't. I know it's gonna get out of hand because there's some more drama coming. I know Anila's house is gonna get broken into. Um, and things are gonna be stolen from the house. I can't hear you.
And then they're gonna allude that Toya had something to do with it. Somebody's gonna allude that to put that seed in Anila's mind.
Why would Toya? Now here's the thing. Hold on, time out. I ain't no Toya fan. Let me start there. I'm not a Toya fan. I'm mainly because I feel like she worked that man to death. Because tonight she was complaining about the boys not really being there with the boys because he works several hours in the emergency room and then he sleeps the rest of the time. And he was like, well, you ain't finna say I don't be with my kids. She said, no, I'm not saying you see them because you live in the house with them. You don't spend no time with them because you working. So you ain't got no job.
But she can't have it both ways.
Well, you ain't got no job.
Right. And you want all these houses with tennis courts and stuff like that. Where you think the money's gonna come from?
Where it's coming from, Toya? Where, Toya? Where?
The math ain't mathing.
Right. So that's mainly my issue with Toya. She says some crazy stuff, but mainly my issue with Toya is you working that mind. You is working that mind. Working them. But I done lost my train of thought just that fast. I don't think that they need to break into Anila's house. And I hope Anila doesn't feed into that. Now there is going to be some other drama that I can't remember. Something's gonna happen because the preacher gonna end up in the woods where they go on their little wooded trip. And because it's some mess that got to be resolved. And I don't know if it's still Heavenly and Contessa beefing or whatever the situation is. I don't know. Quad ends up falling out with somebody. I'm not sure. I like Quad's little nephew. He is a trip. He said, I don't like catching a bus. The kids are too loud. He's 6 years old. Oh my God. He is adorable.
Okay.
Huh? Why are you looking like that?
Okay. I was just looking at something. Go ahead.
Okay. Sheree, you were wrong for not giving that girl half on that party. The party was your idea. She had it at her house. That ain't what you would have did. You should have been there to give your input on the decor. Give that girl her money. I don't understand, Lord God. Pay the people, Sheree. And now we ain't Are we gonna have a fashion show with no fashion? Dwight is gonna be in the house. I saw that on the preview.
Okay. We was talking about this. I was talking about this on Kempire today. Because do you listen to do you watch Kempire?
I do.
Okay, so when he does his live and call in and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
we've talked a couple of times. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, hoo-hoo. But okay, one thing about last night episodes of Housewives of Atlanta, I give mad props to Sonya because she owned up that she
That
could
girl
not.
ate me up.
She showed it. Kenya ate her up, and
She ate
she's
me up.
like, you know what? She ate me up. She did. She did. She did. She did. And I kind of agree with DJ Witchy Sky when she had called Kenya, and Kenya was like, I'm asleep. That was your best time to light her up.
I mean, you waited till you hung up the phone to call her out her name.
Okay. Two, Sheree. Sheree. Ain't no way in God's green earth you paid $1 million towards this fashion show. And the producer so petty, she's talking about, yeah, my fashions are stuck in Alaska. And they did LA too. They did a map flying with the plane flying from LA to Atlanta. And I was
Damn.
like, it's so
No.
petty.
No.
They so petty.
No.
And whomever her assistant was with the show, she gave us what Sonya should have done in Jamaica towards Kenya. She said confetti. She said, "Ooh, confetti." Like she was not bothered by Kenya.
No.
And Kenya was mad about that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
I think that um I believe that what's interesting about Sonya is I don't know if this her cup of tea, if I don't know what her situation is, but I feel like Sonya has to what word am I looking for? Sonya has to kind of come into her own. I don't agree that um I don't agree that her husband was being aggressive. I don't believe he was being aggressive. Um she wanted to Kenya tried to make that a thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was a thing um to be I'm confused. So I don't think that was a thing. Um I feel like if Kenya had that problem, instead of saying that behind that girl's back, she should have said something to Sonya. Um, that's my thought process behind it. She put that aggressive thing out there. I'm in agreement with Sheree. I don't think he was being aggressive. I think he was just standing up for his wife.
his wife, and she just mad because she ain't got nobody to stand up for her.
No, she didn't do that.
And tell me this: how you Apollo out of jail a couple of years and able to drive a Bentley?
You know what? The way my whole I don't know. I don't I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
And then you just dog and Phaedra saying she wasn't there for me. She wasn't there. She didn't show up for this court date. You keep doing the same thing. Ain't this your second time you going to jail for the
Why was
same
first of
thing?
all, y'all were divorced. So tell me why did Phaedra need to be there at your court case? Y'all ain't together no more. Y'all ain't together. What ex-wife going to the ex-husband and you did it? That's the other thing. You did it. That was my thing. I was like, dude, you did it, girl. So um this is where I am. Oh, I got to enter the pin. I don't know the pin. Okay, I'll do this in a minute. I was trying to order me something because my godsister was supposed to be bringing some stuff over, and she never made it. So, um, I was trying to order me something. Jalen, so I ordered some pasta last night. It had bacon all up and through there, and I can't eat it. So Jalen got some pasta, some seafood pasta on me. Okay, get them. Okay, get your underwear so you get it. It's way past your bedtime. Chop chop. Um. So yeah, we we're gonna see if this fashion show gonna have fashions because they said she spent $1 million. I didn't say $1 million, but you did. You
You
said
did say $1 million, honey. I don't want to spend. I spent over $1 million. No, you did not. I mean, you. To this point, I can't believe a word Sheree say. Sheree with Sheree is a name. It could be Sheree.
I think it is Cherie because it's spelled like Cherie.
Um. So I can't believe a word you're saying because you're lying. You're contradicting yourself. You're making yourself look stupid.
Very
Yourself.
much so.
And I can't wait to see what you're gonna be saying it at the reunion.
Cause word on the curb is we still ain't got no fashions, girl. You might have the samples that the people modeling, but people been trying to buy clothes from you, and they ain't got no clothes. That's what the word on the curb is. So
And what tripped me out, they was talking when she was handing out the invitations, and it had little clothes in the box and stuff like that. They was like, man, she might as well just be making fashions for Barbie. I was like the pettiness of it all.
it's about to be a mess. So we'll see, because the white is gonna be front and center.
And it seemed like they waited a long time to see some fashion.
What was that, 2012 when
No. I'm talking about at the fashion show, people were seated. They
oh
was
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen because we don't know. I'm hoping and praying that there are some fashions because the white has been waiting since 2012 along with everybody else on these
Has it been
oh,
12? Has it been?
mm-hmm. They when they did the flashback, it was in 2012.
That was
When
season one, right?
was that season now? No.
Uh-huh.
Was that season one?
That was season one. Because she had showed
Hold on.
pictures of her fashion.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
See, you better make me go back to Hulu.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Hulu right now
Hold on.
and go to Housewives. Cause I could have sworn it was like in the mid.
I started watching the Housewives before 2012, I thought.
That's what I was like.
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's 14. No, 2008. So it was 2012. It was 2012. They started in 2008. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right. However, they did not have. They had the fashion show. There was the finale, the season finale of the first season.
Was it the first season? Are you sure? Because I'm telling you, Dwight.
Hold
They
on.
said in 2012 when they did the flashback with Dwight saying the fashion show with no fashion.
Hold on. Season one. The ladies dined together after Sheree's fashion show.
Okay. I don't know why they put 2012 on there. So we've been waiting since 2008. Sheree. We've been waiting since 2008 on these fashions. A fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Sheree. Oh my God, we've been waiting since 2008. My child is about to be 13, girl. And you ain't. Oh, Sheree.
And now I tell you this, I may not know a lot. I may get some things wrong, but one thing I do know is TV. Especially
No,
if
I'm
I
not. I'm just telling you on the flashback, it said 2012. So
yep.
I'm just saying. So that's why I was like, are you sure? Yeah. Okay. Well, Sheree. I'm gonna need you to get it together, girl.
Get it
Get these
together,
people these
honey.
joggers that you want, that they want. The people
Get
trying to
it.
buy it. So here's the thing. Because I feel like anytime the housewives put out something, they're gonna sell it. It's gonna sell.
It's gonna sell, honey. What are you afraid of? Unless you ain't got the means or the investors to back you up.
And I think Sheree does need to get an investor. Um, I'm talking about Kenya and Candy on her. Like,
They,
yo,
they tried to help her.
they really have.
They tried. Look, this is what you need. You're gonna need investors. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need that. Honey, for something that big, and you always thinking that you the shiz naive, and
Since
you really ain't.
2008, girl. It's been She by Sheree since
Well,
2008.
okay, but let's get off of Housewives. Have
Mhm.
you been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
Oh my God. I just watched it tonight. So
I ain't see tonight's episode, but last week when they got married,
the
girl.
wedding, yeah, they finished the wedding tonight, but everybody is talking about Jock's behavior. Okay. Jock was dating several women at the same time, including Spice's friend Mita. Mita had years that Jock and she were doing their thing. Um, I have a question. Does Jock have a thangalang of gold? Cause I just feel like
I would be afraid at this point
because
with
the way
Nick
disease works, you know, and
and Nick.
he got a whole bunch of kids, and then was mad at Kendra because Kendra wanted to tie her too. She was like, "Yeah, no, no, I won't do that." Why? You got all the kids in the world. What
You,
they look like?
you and Nick Cannon are up there, ain't you?
I think Nick might got him beat. I think he might have 6 or 7. Nick got 10, 13. Look, oh my God. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Now the word on the street is that there may be a baby out there that some girl is claiming. Do I
And then
believe
you ain't strapping it up.
do I believe Jock is that stupid at this point? Nah. I think there might be somebody looking for an opportunity. However,
But you set yourself up for that
I
opportunity.
think the Mita situation is true. And I think with the Mita situation being true, I know that's going to come to a head very, very soon on top of the baby stuff. And part of the time that he was fooling with Mita, he was with Kendra. So
And wasn't he also kind of messing with Carly Red?
he was messing with Carly part of the time he was messing with Mita, but they were done by the time he got with Kendra. So that's crazy, man. Really, really crazy. Um, but yes, watch tonight's episode. Tell me what you think. It's a little messy. Um, yeah. Um, trying to think of anything else that I have come up. Oh, so I don't think we ever talked about it. Have you seen the trailer for Black Panther?
What?
Have you seen the trailer for Black Panther?
2? Oh, yes.
So they are focusing on the women here because Shuri is supposed to be the Black Panther, from my understanding now. But it's a tribute and a love letter to Chadwick. And let me say this, they did not have a picture of the Black Panther. They had a picture of Chadwick in their preview. I just want to put that out there and let y'all know, okay? Mbaku.
And then I think the writing on the rocks, it has something to do with Chadwick
Yeah,
Boseman as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So it's a love letter to Chadwick. They had to pivot. It's gonna be in November. Y'all, they said we wearing all white. Okay. The first time it was African attire. This time we wearing all white.
How about this? There's this woman on TikTok. She's been making hoodies with the Wakanda. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
And that's
I'm
a me,
I'm
girl.
gonna have to send it to you, girl, because she was like, people are already asking her to make them some, so she's
Let's
been
tell her
doing
to
it.
need to make the white hoodies because we wearing white. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
they're,
dress
they're white,
is
and it
white.
has like, if you do this, it's gonna have Wakanda, and then forever, and then
Girl,
you
I wish
got the
you would
Black
send it.
Panther. I'm gonna have to find it.
Oh my god,
Um,
find it, send it to me because I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm gonna find me some white jeans
I got some of that.
and get my little white hoodie with the white jeans I had. I pray that by November, said weights in the stomach area will be off. Okay, tighten up my little bat wings.
Just make sure you buy some compression and stuff, because they didn't give me one of those, and it didn't go away like it was supposed to.
Well, my god sister had to have it, and so she gave me she said it's a wrap you supposed to wear afterwards. So she got all of that. So I'm very grateful for her because she's gonna give me all of that. And I'm very, very grateful to her for that.
Okay, I'm about to send it to you.
Okay. I'm with it. The trailer is nice. Now let me tell y'all this. Let me say this to y'all. Y'all, let's recast T'Challa. Y'all do know that T'Challa wasn't always the Black Panther, right? Uh, now I'm not gonna get my story that I wanted, with Storm and uh, okay. Um, I'm not gonna get my uh. Girl, I can't wait.
Are you looking at the TikTok?
Daniel. Yes.
And she got Wakanda Forever hoodies are available in the shop.
Baby.
And I guess you can go on Etsy.
Yeah, because I'm looking for her link.
Yeah, if you hit her profile and go to the link at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna look at it and see how much it costs. I might have to be on a payment plan, but I'm gonna see because we gonna be Wakanda forever all day, every day. Okay.
They got it in black too, but you can do say
We
white.
wearing white. We wearing white. We wearing white. Okay. So make sure y'all do support the movie. I know y'all want T'Challa to be recast. I think y'all need to let that sleeping dog lie.
Because didn't he in the comics, didn't he die?
Not this soon. Not this soon.
Okay.
Because he got married to Storm. Like him and Nakia, I think, had a baby. But he ended up getting married to Storm. They had children. Like he had a whole but he wasn't always the Black Panther. That's what people need to realize. In the comics, there were other people who were the Black Panther. Like at one point, if I'm not mistaken, the way they did the story in the movie with the cousin, with Michael B. Jordan's character, I think at one point he was the Black Panther. Like there are different people that are anointed the Black Panther. I think M'Baku is going to be the ruler of Wakanda, because of course T'Challa is no longer. But I think what we need to get away from, and they're not saying that they're never going to recast the Black Panther. They're just not going to recast T'Challa, and T'Challa ain't the only Black Panther if you are a real comic book fan. So that's the thing. I need y'all to get off of it. They trying to do little mini boycotts. Stop doing it. Y'all messing with these black people. What you gonna do is if it goes through, which I don't think it's enough people to boycott the film or whatever, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna end up stopping the bag for black people, which is we holler when we don't get a seat at the table or opportunity to do anything. This is our seat at the table. We in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, my guy, and you want to try to act a fool? Like, stop being stupid. Let these folks just do what they do. Go watch the Black Panther 2, okay? Do that
Have you
first.
seen the trailer for Woman King?
I did see that. Oh my god. So let's also talk about the Dahomey tribe.
Viola.
Huh? So
Who?
so the Dahomey, so the Dahomey tribe, which is what the Dora Milaje is based off of. This is delving into the Dahomey tribe, their reign and how they began. These are women warriors. They are the Amazon women who actually Wonder Woman is based off of. I don't know that. So they're a tribe of women that are Amazonian. They're tall, kind of like how they portray the Dora Milaje, although we know all of them ain't tall in real life. But tall warrior women, they fight. That's what the Wonder Woman series was based off of, the Amazonian women. So that's what the Woman King is gonna focus on, like the true story behind the Dahomey. Make sure y'all research that. I hopefully and prayerfully in January I will be starting my Black History podcast. I can't wait. But I am going to get that started because it's very important. History is important. The anniversary of I Have a Dream speech just passed as well. Martin Luther King, they played it on Twitter. I saw it and a couple other websites. How the people marched, and it was in the middle of the summer. And I never really thought about exactly when that speech was given. It was very hot up north. We talk about how bad it is in the South. Up north, it gets pretty steamy, really steamy, and they ain't used to the steaminess. Okay, Washington D.C. and just think about it. They had on the suits, you know, the 3-piece suits. They had on their little heels, you know, in the summertime marching. But the I Have a Dream speech was given. We're coming up on quite a few anniversaries. This is also the anniversary of Emmett Till lynching was, I believe, yesterday. It's a lot of this that has happened all around the same time. I didn't even realize it. Looking at the dates, the family is still petitioning for justice to be done. I really wish the Justice Department would, just for the sake of saying, because these men basically bragged about doing this, just say those people were guilty.
Right.
I mean, you ain't even got to, if y'all don't want to arrest a little old white lady, that's fine. She has her place wherever she's going to have her place. God is going to be the final judge of that situation. But can we declare that those men were actually guilty in his case? And that's all the family wants, is justice for this little boy who didn't have to die. You know, the woman lied. She lied on the boy. She lied on him. So,
and y'all knew she lied.
Y'all know she lied. Y'all knew what type of time it was in Mississippi. Y'all know what was up. So, I know they're never gonna stop fighting for Emmett Till. There's actually a movie coming out about Emmett Till.
You know what? I don't think I can watch it.
I had a hard time watching the series. I'll let my babies watch it just so they can understand. And here's the thing that's interesting about that. When you think about law enforcement and how it has been with us in the Black community, you know, a lot of those things haven't changed. The cover up, the sweeping it under the rug, the lesser charges or the acquittals, or, you know, right now I think about Breonna Taylor, you know.
Well,
the lady
justice is finally gonna get served with them.
It is, but the actual people that actually did the shooting, they're not. They weren't found guilty. So that's the thing, and there's a thing called double jeopardy, so they can't be tried for the same crime again. So that's another
But they
thing.
were okay, but if they're not charged with the crime, they was never charged with it,
That's
right?
true. You're right. They weren't charged. They weren't charged. Well, were they charged and then they were found
No,
not guilty?
no, because the only charge they was endangering somebody else's
Entering the
home.
other person's apartment, right? Um, and that guy's running for governor. The attorney, uh, he's running for governor, and he sucks at life. Uh, I hope y'all don't vote for him. I hope
Oh,
he loses.
what they live in Kentucky, of course
I
they're gonna
know,
vote for him.
but I mean, his uncle Ruckus behind.
Uncle Ruckus, yes.
Yes, it's just crazy.
On a lighter note,
Mhm.
may I say congratulations to Colin Kaepernick. He is
Yes,
a father.
him and his girl. I didn't know she was older than him. She's like 41 and he's like 34. Colin, do you have any? No, let me stop. Let me stop. I said I wasn't gonna do no young people no more. Look, oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he was 34 and she was 41. Um, they did just have a little bundle of joy. I'm super excited for them. Congratulations. They normally don't really share their
Personal life.
personal life. She definitely has stood up for him. She's in the media, in sports, so she's definitely have taken a stand for her man during the time that he's gone through what he's gone through with the NFL. And she's been right there beside him. But they have basically, for the most part, kept a lot of their personal life to themselves. And I agree with it. Keep your personal, you know. Um, so definitely glad that they had that and they were able to bring joy. Adrian Ballon and Israel Houghton also welcomed a new bundle of joy. She did that through surrogacy. I think she's had issues.
And,
With,
and here's my thing about that. I'm glad that she, I'm happy for them and everything like that. Is it me or okay, wasn't Israel her ex-fiance's friend?
so yeah, so let's talk about that. Um,
I got chewed out. So by speaking about
Lanny,
that,
well, we're gonna talk about it. So Lanny and Adrian have been dating for years and
and
were
was
engaged
engaged
for years.
and got
Uh,
engaged.
and Lanny and Israel were besties. Israel was accused of cheating on his wife. I'm not sure if it was with Adrian or not. They're very adamant that it was not. As a matter of fact, Adrian said when he got a divorce, she was trying to set him up with different people and was setting him up on dates. When he got divorced, he had, of course, had to move out of his house. His wife got the house. And so he lived in the same building that Adrian lived in. And so they were friends because they were friends, for years because he and Lanny were close. Lanny and Adrian, for whatever reason, didn't work out. And she was still trying to hook him up with folks she knew. And somebody, I think they were out somewhere, and somebody said that they looked like they belonged together or something like that. They made that statement. And that from that point on, they started dating. They got married pretty quickly as well. But it wasn't because Adrian was pregnant or anything. Adrian, I think, has talked about her issues with, I think, getting pregnant. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, but I think she may have some issues with that. So they got a surrogate to have the baby that they had.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It ain't my business. I do know that whatever position, because he was a minister of music. I want to say at Joel Osteen's church, and because of his divorce or what happened with his divorce, he was let go from that position. keep in mind the man has money because he makes music for a living. So I just think that that was just a place for him, a job, Um, but yeah, um, that I don't know, but I do think it's funny. And sometimes, let me say this, because I told somebody this the other day. White people do this all the time. Yo, you were married to this person. Your husband and that person might have been cool. They might have been boys. They might have been homies. Whatever the situation was, and it don't work out. And the friend come and console or there for you or whatever the situation is, and they end up together. And then of course Thanksgiving is awkward because you might have kids with the husband or whatever the situation is. I don't know, but they deal with it and they work through it. um I would like to think that Israel's wife, because I think he did have kids with his wife, worked through their situation. And of course it's not easy, but I would like to think that they worked through it for the sake of their kids. So that's just something, I'm just
Yeah.
throwing that out there. But I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people say that Adrian stole that man from his wife. I don't know that to be true. uh
Well, I don't know if that to be true too. However, she was engaged to Lenny guy.
Yeah, she was engaged to Lanny for a long time. They hadn't set a wedding date, from my understanding, or anything, and probably rightfully so, because whatever happened between them, and sometimes you ain't meant to be with the person you engaged to. Sometimes the person you've been with for a long time, you there just for comfort. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna knock their situation because it seems fishy. It might be fishy. I don't know, but again, um, so who knows? But I wouldn't chew you out for having a different opinion. Oh, jumped
Right.
on you like that?
Somebody jumped on me because I said if I said because I said if they got together how it was rumored to be, sometimes God would not bless that.
Right. But I mean, they getting blessed, so I maybe that it wasn't the rumor. Sometimes things don't look right, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um, and it doesn't. We were talking about Wanda Halbert earlier, and I think the lady deserved a vacation, but for optics, it didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? For her to be on vacation, they got all these backlog on these tags. So just those types of things you have to take into consideration when you do things.
And then hold on, this Hispanic woman tried to chew me out because the little girl, may she rest in peace, the 13-year-old girl that got hit and killed on Winchester.
I vaguely
Leaving
remember
school.
hearing about that. Go ahead.
Okay, so a girl was leaving school. I forgot which school it was, but it was on Winchester.
Mm-hmm.
So she's walking on the crosswalk,
Mm-hmm.
and a Hispanic guy hits her and drags her,
Oh God.
and she went to Labana, was killed.
Oh
And
God.
so he stayed at the scene and he was arrested. His bond was set at $2,500. He was on a suspended license. He didn't have a driver's license,
Hmm.
of course. So I said, when they would leave, because his bill has been made, I said he's on the way back to Mexico. I just said I think he could be on his way back to Mexico.
I don't
Well,
think he's on his way back.
but hold on, hold
What was
on.
he charged with?
They didn't say what he was charged with.
Okay.
I understand why they didn't put that on there, but he was arrested and his bail was set, whatever. So I just said, just being light humor, because sometimes they do go back, because they don't want to go to jail, they may go have to get deported.
No, well,
And so the
they
girl,
wouldn't turn them. I don't think they would turn
okay,
themselves in. Go ahead.
okay, so at one point, when did I say he was Mexican? I never did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the girl was like, well, how do you know he was Mexican? This girl, she come trying to chew me out. Said, I didn't say he was Mexican. Well, you said he was going to go back to Mexico, so you indicating that he's Mexican. No, I just said he was going back to Mexico. I can go back to Mexico. So I'm like, what's the problem? What's the point? I said the point is I never said that he was Mexican. I never said it. I said you're assuming things. I said what I said, and God bless. And and it drifts me how folks just keeps trying to bait you to try to say things. And I kept on telling the girl, I never said he was Mexican. And then she said, what would you say if a black guy killed somebody and I said I bet you he's going back to Africa?
So the difference in that is that we have been so far removed from Africa. Like we've been so far removed from Africa, we ain't going back to Africa because a lot of us ain't been to Africa. So what we going back to?
And so here's my story. I said, well, if you said it, I said, if you said it, you just said it. That's your opinion. I said, what I don't do is comment on people's, I don't, I don't respond to people's comments because it's basically their opinions anyway, number one. And I said, unless I agree with them. If I don't agree with them, I let it be. Then I said, two, I have thick skin. It's called thick skin, and that's what I have. I said, I have faced racism, and I have thick skin. And the thing about it is, words do not hurt me unless I allow it to. Be blessed. And I think after that, she shut up and she stopped baiting me. Because I said, you're going to say what you're going to say regardless. You probably saying stuff derogatory towards black folks anyway, too. But you just don't say it out. And I ain't say anything derogatory towards this guy. I just said he probably going back to Mexico. When she had to put that last comment in, I said, I got thick skin. What you saying won't hurt me a bit because I'm not giving your words power to hurt me. That's the difference between me and you. But I was like, these folks need to get a life. Dang, you can't have your own opinion about things. I'm like, ugh. Ugh.
Okay, well,
Do you watch Black Love?
I haven't watched that in a while. I know this is the last season of it.
Really? I was enjoying it so
It's the last season
much.
of it. It's the last
Why?
season. Hmm. Sometimes people get tired, child. I don't know.
I just love hearing these love stories and stuff like that. So you've been watching Bell Collective?
Yeah, I've been watching Bill Collective. Okay, here's my rundown. And after this, we're gonna have to go because I'm getting sleepy and I'm a little hungry.
Yeah.
Um, I'm glad that Marie and Latrice made up. Do I think it's gonna last? I'm not sure, but I'm glad that they made up. Um, because I'm tired. I got tired. Marie disinviting herself uh from the brunches when she was the prime at the brunches is a big it's an issue for me. Cause you the issue, girl. You cause the problems every time. Um I'm sick of Glenn and Letitia's not non-love story. Get back with that man because you know you're gonna get back with him. Do he need to do better by you? Absolutely. But I'm tired. Get back with that mind because that's what
One,
we're gonna end up in the first
one,
place. Y'all
one thing,
decide you know.
one thing I've learned is they're going to treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Period. Period. They're gonna
If
do
you
that.
don't want to be treated like a doormat anymore, then you need to stop acting like it.
Period. Constantly allowing him to come back every time it's a situation. Now, this situation if I'm not mistaken, is old.
Because it had something to do with a child.
It had something to do with a child, but it was old. Like the child wasn't like a newborn or anything. Like the situation with Jock and Kendra over there at Love and Hip Hop, it's an old situation. Um, where the lady is claiming that was his child. He was like, I don't know. To me, for the sake of saying, find out if that's your kid if you knew you were messing around with that lady. The excuse for him, and the excuse because last season he didn't like the fact that she was working. He wanted her to be at home and be a stay-at-home wife. She wants to be an entrepreneur. Let your wife do what she do. Maybe she'll do like Tabitha did and retire you from that thing you own, 7 days on, however many days off. He worked the barges. So, and they make good money doing it, but who wants to do that for the rest of their life? She's trying to set up a future for you and the baby. Let that lady do what she do. Go work, pay the bills, give her the opportunity to grow in her entrepreneurship and let her do her thing. Like, I don't understand why men feel threatened by when women doing the same thing with Latrice and dude. Let me say this. I cannot date a guy who is 20, 30 years older than me. They want to control everything. I can't. I can't be under you. Like right now, he want to have a child. He got 5 kids. First of all, I think it's selfish. Let me say this right now.
You got grown kids.
He got children that his youngest is 18 and getting ready to graduate from high school. Guy, you need to just enjoy your nice young wife. What you want some more kids for? You got 5 of them jokers. 5 kids. Now, do I know what their conversation was when they got married? No. But she's afraid. She has some issues that she has unresolved because she feels like the men in her life always leave her. She had a brother to go to jail. She had 2 brothers to get murdered. Her daddy wasn't there. She got some issues that she needs to sit on somebody's couch and resolve. She don't want to bring kids into those issues. The other thing is she also feels like, and I agree with her, that the baby is going to slow her down. And that man wants her to slow down because that man right there is very, very, very possessive of her. He got to bring her lunch. He got to meet her for dinner. She's having a business meeting. He pop up on her like, that's crazy. Who wants to live like that? Who? So they don't need to have no kids. I really don't think they need to stay married, but they really don't need to have no kids. Akeisha. I don't know Akeisha personally. I know people who know Akeisha because this is in Jackson, Mississippi. I think Tamara Cherie might have been at school when I was at school in Jackson. Akeisha needs to come off of this high horse. She thinks she's better than everybody, and don't none of the women. She got offended because didn't nobody come to her child's birthday party. They don't like you, girl, because you think you're better than everybody. They don't like you. So no, I'm not coming to your kid's party. They don't like you. You think you're better than everybody else.
Not like that.
You think you're better than everybody else. If the plate was dirty, all you had to do was say, "Hey, Letitia, this plate."
I ain't gonna eat off this plate. This plate dirty.
Real vocal about your disdain for the event. Now, the situation that Marie caused, absolutely, that was not cool and uncalled for. But you were negative from the moment you walked into the brunch. You was negative, boo.
Was
negative and shade on top of shade on top of shade. You be saying stuff sideways to these women and you expect them to bow down. That ain't how the world works, boo. I don't like it. Her husband don't want to stay in Jackson, Mississippi. That's the other thing. He really wants to be in New York where he is from. He ain't feeling Jackson. Okay. So there's that. Marie, don't let Cedric come back into your personal space. Don't let him get back in where he can fit in. I feel like if you're cheating like that, God, I believe God can work miracles. That he ain't worked on that man yet. Because I think that man is still doing what that man is out there in them streets doing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that man back in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm missing somebody. I don't know enough about So Gucci. I do know that that's JJ. And if you watched Bring It with Miss Diana and the
Don't
DD4L.
watch it.
Okay, you didn't watch it. Well, that is the twins and Sanjay's dad. Uh I can't remember their mom's name, but he was there at all of their competitions, their majorette competitions, that sort of thing. So he and the other mama got divorced, and he remarried to Soguchi. I don't know if the man has money or not. I'm not really sure, but he did buy Sanjay a car when she started driving. He bought the twins their cars when they started driving. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. So Gucci sells real estate. I don't know why she insists on being called So Gucci. But a lot of people knew who she was before she got on there because a lot of people follow her on social media. Um, so they haven't really opened up enough for me to see who they are, what they got going on, all that stuff. I think on this next episode we're gonna kind of get into them. Um, I
Okay,
think I could. Oh, and Tambra.
Timber.
So I like Tambra, but her voice is annoying, and I'm glad she got rid of that pink lipstick. But her voice is annoying. And I know you don't talk like that all the time, girl. You ain't on the radio. Like you ain't gotta be your radio personality self. You don't. Shout out to her, by the way. She is hosting one of the parties in Miami this upcoming weekend. Yet another Miami weekend where Jackson State will be playing that I am going to miss. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay. Um, before we go,
it.
two shows that I'm about to ask you about. Are you watching? Did you watch She-Hulk?
I started it last night. I have not finished it.
Is it worth
Jalen
watching?
and I don't. It's probably not that many episodes because it just started, right? Didn't it just start?
Yeah, is it worth watching?
Oh, it's good. It's
Okay.
good. Yeah,
Two,
it's good. Mhm.
House of Dragons.
That is worth watching as well. The
Okay.
production is a lot better than Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And let me tell you something right now. The black dude with the blonde hair, he is Shady Boots, and there is a little finger-ish character when you watch it. It's been 2 episodes. He's like Littlefinger. He's on the council, on the King's Council. Uh, I'm gonna let you see, and you tell me who Littlefinger is.
Okay.
Um, but yes, it's good. I like it. I do like it. I like the dragons. I mean, it's already contention. Already, like it's already, you see the war. You know what I'm saying? That's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Um, what I am excited about is Jon Snow's show,
Hmm.
which is supposed to premiere, I think, New Year's
Is it
Day.
like for the Starks and stuff?
It's about John. It's a continuation of Jon Snow's story. So
Okay.
here's the thing: Jon Snow was actually supposed to be on the Iron Throne, not Bran. Okay, Bran the Cripple is not supposed to be on the Iron Throne or Iron wheelchair. He's supposed to be at Winterfell. Okay, they have exiled him because he killed Daenerys, which didn't you want her to die? Like, I'm confused. Why did y'all? I need y'all to give my boy a do over. So they're gonna delve into his story after. So they're not doing a backstory. Now, I do want this. I am interested in seeing the Lannister story. I am interested in seeing the Stark story.
Mhm.
And I know they have like 5 other shows. This was not including Jon Snow's show. Jon pitched this to the creator
Mm-hmm.
of the show, and the creator went with it. And he came up with the idea all on his own. Kit Harington, by the way, is who I'm talking to, who plays Jon Snow. He pitched the idea They went with it. They immediately went to pre-production. They got a story. So I'm just trying to see how it's gonna unfold. But what I want to see is my boy on the Iron Throne, because that's where he belongs. That's all I'm gonna say. So I need it to be a redemption story. It don't have to be in the first season, but I need it to be a redemption story that makes sense. Because he is technically a Targaryen. Technically, he's a Targaryen. So a mixture of Targaryen and Stark. Um, so yes, so I'm interested in seeing that. I also am interested in actually seeing the time, like they talked about the Mad King. I would like to see how all of that unfolded and the real story behind Lyanna. Lyanna didn't want Robert Baratheon. She wanted the Targaryen boy. Okay. She didn't want Robert. She was promised to Robert. She didn't want Robert. Okay. So that's the other thing. So I'm those are things I'm interested. They have been mum on the other series that are coming out. House of the Dragon was the very first one that they talked about. We saw the casting for. We were excited about that sort of thing. And this is a prequel. So so if they're gonna do more prequels aside from the snow thing, if they're gonna do prequels, I think that I need to know the history of all of the families. That's what I'm interested in seeing, how they got to their rise. How did they make it to, and I want to see the Mad King go mad. I would like to see that. That's just me personally. So those are some of the things I'm interested in seeing. I don't think the people are listening, but that's what I would like to see since we are delving into prequels. So yeah.
Well, okay, so next week we will talk more about shows and stuff.
And it's a holiday next week, so
yeah,
we will be in.
Yes. It goes by so fast though, because I go to sleep, it's Friday, go to bed on Friday, and I wake up, it's Monday night.
It's going by real fast for me because I go to work on Wednesday. Oh, real fast.
You mean this coming up Wednesday, right?
I have to go back on Wednesday. Yep.
Girl, I pray your strength in the Lord.
I know it's been hard to sit up and talk. This is a test. I'm gonna have to be popping Tylenol every 4 to 6 hours at work. It's not gonna be fun.
I can't even. I know how it is to have fibroids because I had 25 of them. So, and it got to the point I was gonna deal with them a little bit longer, but until I had to get that blood transfusion, I said, no, I can't do this anymore.
It ain't fun. I promise it ain't. It's not fun dealing with them. I've dealt with them on and off my adult life. So
and see, I got off of the birth control when I was 38. Not only because me and Ren was trying to have a baby, but I read a study stating how birth control can contribute to breast cancer, and so
yeah, and that's the other thing I had to go back and start back getting my mammograms and stuff on a regular and consistent basis. I have to do all of that. So I've been going to the doctor because of my lack of health insurance. Ironically, I sell insurance, but no health insurance. I've been going to the doctor when I'm sick, and just taking vitamins or, doing that thing. But I've been tired. Some of the symptoms that you have when you have the fibroids, the only issue that probably would have alarmed me sooner would have been my bleeding. And now it's bad. It's really big. And so I'm bleeding and I'm not even supposed to be bleeding, if that makes sense. So that's an issue that I'm having to work through and deal with. And that's kind of, where I am with it. So prayerfully, hopefully, God's gonna provide through the whole situation. But I just gotta be more adamant about taking care of me, and I'm neglecting me, worried and concerned about other things, and I need to stop doing that and stop operating in that space. So gotta get better. That's all. Gotta get better.
Yeah, we'll be, of course, you'll be praying for you. Like I
Yes.
said, I had my prayer group praying over you and everything.
Girl,
So,
keep praying because I gotta get through these surgeries, Lord. So we'll see how everything goes. But I'm very prayerful and thankful. I'm very thankful for my mom because she's dealing with her own health stuff, and she stopped and she's dealing with me and Timberly. Timberly has something going on too, and so it's a lot right now. It's a lot going on, and I can't. I'm like, God, look, I need not nothing else to happen. I need to be okay, and we all need to be okay. So they scheduled Timberly for surgery. My mom is getting ready to be scheduled for surgery, and I have to call tomorrow to see if they have gotten my referrals over and gotten my stuff scheduled and that sort of thing for surgery. So hopefully and prayerfully, I get some good news in the morning when I call. We're just gonna keep praying. Oh, so it's a lot. So pray for me and the fam, please.
I don't know if you can see this, miss.
I saw it. I saw his attire. Again, that's when I realized I hadn't seen. I didn't know 85% of the people there, but yeah, I saw. Let that boy just be gay. I can't anymore. I can't keep talking. Just let him be who he is. I'm tired and over it. He does the most. He's doing all of that, for the notoriety and everything. Um, and it is what it is. Let that man be who he is. I ain't got the energy, but
I
I
can't.
saw it. I saw it. All right. Well, we out of here, y'all. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully Sunday and Monday we'll see as a holiday. Maybe an earlier episode Monday, depending on what Wendy has to do. I'm gonna be in the house for the most part because I think I've got a wedding Thursday to do, and I think I'm bartending something else on Saturday, so I'm being in the house. But make sure you guys tune in, follow us on Z Size Up. I'm also gonna put this. All of our commentary is alleged, except for the television shows that we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see that. But it is alleged commentary on that if it's some news items. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the Size Up Official Podcast over on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at the Size Up over on Facebook. And then go over to Instagram as well, Size Up 2102. And make sure y'all check us out. We did a combination of its own. So on Sunday afternoons, we do an episode of the Size Up on Sunday afternoons, and on Monday evenings, we do an episode of It's On. That date may change real soon. We'll have to see. And we'll definitely let you guys know if we have a new time and a new date. Make sure y'all following us and make sure y'all are tuning in when we go live, or if you can't tune in when we go live, make sure you guys are commenting when you're watching a playback, especially if you have a comment on something that we discussed. um we getting out of here. We will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh Lord, if I get the mouse over here, Jesus. Okay.